Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we have another affordable activewear review. I got a couple new pieces from my favorite affordable brands, and you guys love the affordable activewear videos. I promise I have the AliExpress one coming in like 2 weeks. It's also good timing because Prime Day is also July 8th through 11th. It's going to be over the span of those days. Unfortunately, I don't get very much information about like what's going to be on sale until the day, but at the end of the video I'm going to be going over some of my favorites across multiple different brands. But I will say with Prime Day you usually get about 20% off, and if things are not on sale I would just wait until the next day because they might be on sale the next day. There are also lightning deals. Again, unfortunately I don't know any of this until it's time, but to make it easy I always make an Amazon Prime Day favorites list on my storefront, which will be down below, and it highlights things in red when they're on sale, so I will link that down below. But anyways, we have a couple new pieces from CRZ Yoga, Ingia, Aoxjox, and Colorfulkoala. Without further ado, let's start with my CRZ Yoga pieces. First, we gotta start with this beautiful red set. Red just seems like, I know it's not the color of the year, but all the activewear brands are really leaning into red right now. So if you want an affordable alternative, we have this little set from CRZ. CRZ Yoga has been around since I started YouTube, but I feel like I've really leaned into them in the past year or so since I started running because they really do have a lot of good performance-friendly pieces. And we have to start with the first no front seam short from CRZ. Round of applause, everyone. We have been waiting so long. They commit to the front seam. So to not only have our first no front seam short from CRZ, but for it to also have one of the elasticized hidden scrunches, which is my favorite type of hidden scrunch, but it's also the Butterlift fabric, which is my favorite fabric from them. For the sake of this video not being too long, I'm just gonna talk through the pieces and give you the details that you need to know. So these have a high rise double thickness waistband with no front seam, of course, and they also have an extended gusset that goes all the way down the inseam. They're also a 6-inch inseam, which is my favorite inseam for shorts. Like I said, it's made of their Butterlift fabric, which is a very lightly brushed fabric. If you're used to something like a Buff Bunny Newbury and Alphalete Tenacity, it's not nearly as brushed as that. So it is a lot more lightweight, but it doesn't have quite the same hand feel. These also have some slightly curved seams in the back. Like I said, they do have that hidden scrunch. This is my favorite kind of hidden scrunch because it looks scrunched when it's off, but when it's on, it just kind of contours the glutes and that scrunchness kind of goes away. And for some reason, this type of hidden scrunch like never gives me any camel toe problems. So I didn't have any of those issues with these shorts. Overall, these are pretty true to size. I think if you're in between, you could probably size down. They did feel maybe like a little bit big. Because of that, I was only getting like a low to medium compression, but these are probably the best short that CRZ has done. So I love these. To go with those shorts, I got the Butterbreeze crisscross back sports bra. I got this one in a size small. This one's actually made of the Butterbreeze fabric, which is a little bit more of a sleek performance material, but it is still pretty matte and lightweight. This one I got my normal size small, but I also could have done an extra small if I just wanted a little bit more compression and hold. Sometimes I do size down in CRZ pieces just if I want a little bit more compression. Really great medium to full coverage and even medium high support on this one. I like that we have this little V neckline, but it still has great coverage. This is very large cup size friendly, solid elastic along the bottom, it gives some support, and then also the tank straps transition into these thick adjustable elastic straps in the back. I love this style of strap because I feel like they stay put really well, but they're also very easily adjustable. The elastic has a little bit of a brushed finish to it, so it's nice and soft. This one does have removable cups. I just feel like this one has great balance of having good coverage and being functional, but not being too frumpy looking. So that red CRZ outfit I would more use for like lifting, and this next outfit I have been using on my runs. Starting out with the 6-inch Butterbreeze pocket shorts. So unfortunately, these have a front seam, but these are by far the best performance material biker style running short that I've tried from CRZ. I tried their Naked Feel short in my running shorts review, and those did not fit right. They were awful. These fit so much better. So these are more of an ultra high rise, and they are made up of that Butterbreeze fabric. Here's a close up of the Butterbreeze. It's not shiny, but it does have more of that sleek performance material, and it's lightweight and very sweat wicking. When brands say that things are sweat wicking, that doesn't mean it doesn't show sweat. That just means that it wicks it away from your body quickly. So I have gone on 2 runs on these and they do show sweat, but everything does. So I don't really care. 6-inch inseam on these. We do have a double thickness waistband. Again, we do have a front seam, unfortunately. Doesn't really cause me a lot of problems. For running shorts, it tends not to bother me unless they're overly tight. We have some great side pockets on these. They even have a little elastic at the top of the pocket to kind of keep everything nice and secure. Unfortunately, these only come in like 2 colors. I really think they need to bring them back in more because these are kind of a hidden gem. They are just straight across in the back. I really do lower the standards of aesthetics when it comes to my running clothes because I honestly just have to have them perform well, or else I'm like literally not ever going to wear them. So these shorts did perform very well. They are more of a low to medium compression and just a medium on the booty scale, nothing crazy going on back there. And I will say these are mostly true to size, but the waistband could be like a little bit tighter for me. So if you're in between, size down. Then we have our last new CRZ piece, new for me at least. This is the CRZ Butterlift Racerback sports bra. I got an extra small in this one, so you can kind of see how that extra small fits me. It's just a little bit more compressive. It does give slightly less coverage, but it's still enough for me. So this is a Butterlift material. This is slightly more compressive than the Butterlux, but it's not technically performance material. It still has sweat wicking properties though. About a medium full coverage and medium to high support. I definitely have a little bit of jiggling when I run in this one, but it's not to the point where I'm like feeling pain, which does happen for me when a bra doesn't have enough support. So for me, this is enough for running. We have those brushed elastic adjustable straps, which I love. And then the back is actually all bonded, so it's very smooth. It's just 2 layers of the fabric glued together so that you don't have any fraying. So it's very seamless in the back. And although this one's very seamless from the front, we do actually have an elastic. It's just on the inside and you can't see it from the outside. I think the bras are really the reason that I've been shopping CRZ Yoga more now that I've been running, because although they're not as good as my Ciricon running bra, which is my favorite, if I want to feel cute while I'm running and still have a running set, I know that CRZ bras are going to provide enough support for me, and they have multiple running short options that also work for me, and it's just really nice to have a running set. I don't really think I have matching sets from any other brands for running, so that's why I've been loving CRZ. All right, next brand we have Ingia, and if you guys didn't know, Ingia is actually like a sister brand of CRZ Yoga. I see CRZ for like my high performance running girlies, and then I see Ingia as the like Pilates princess little sister, if you know what I mean. I think Ingia just started making activewear this year, but they have just been blowing me away every single time they release a new product. And these are their new leggings, and they just did such a great job. My main complaint with their first legging that they launched, which were the Cloudlux leggings, although I did really like those, I did feel like they could slide down depending on the activity I was doing. So they were great for my solid core classes, but anything else, I just want a little bit more grip. And they basically created a legging that solved all the issues and added that little scrunch. So these are their no front seam scrunch leggings. They are a high rise, double thickness waistband with no front seam. And like I said, they do have that little hidden scrunch in the back. Because CRZ and Ingia are like sister companies, it's basically the same structure as those CRZ shorts that we just talked about, except in legging form. And these are also made of their Cloudlift material. So it's kind of like CRZ with their Butterlux and Butterlift. They have their Cloudlux and their Cloudlift. So these are more of a medium compression. They just have so much better hold. They don't slide down on me, and I also don't feel the need to size down. Occasionally I would size down in the Cloudlux leggings. There's no need to size down in these ones. They're much more true to size, with a little bit of compression, a little bit of hold. They also have those curved seams in the back, a little scrunch, a little bit more flattering on the glutes. They're a 25-inch inseam, and again, the original Ingia leggings I used more for like Pilates. These, they're still ultra stretchy, so I still feel comfortable wearing these for those classes, but they're also just a little bit more durable, so I also am fine lifting in these. I already put in my request with Ingia for a 6-inch pocket short in this same style, so fingers crossed that they can make that happen, because that would be great. And this is not a new piece, but this is just kind of my go-to sports bra from Ingia. So because I got the matching set here, I just figured I'd review this. This is their Longline Halter sports bra. I do size down to an extra small in a lot of their sports bras and tops. It just gives the fabric a little bit of extra hold. Sizing is very similar to CRZ. So they call this the Longline Halter bra, but it's really not Longline if you have a larger bust, which I think is why I like this sports bra, even though it's a halter, which normally I don't like a halter. I make an exception for this bra because it actually holds me in really well. About a medium coverage and light to medium support. So again, perfect for my Pilates solid core classes. And it's similar to that CRZ bra that has the elastic on the inside, so it has that seamless appearance from the outside. But the elastic is actually all the way at the bottom of the bra, which for a normal Longline bra, you put the elastic right under the bust and then there's more material after. But for this one, it's just the elastic right at the bottom. So it honestly just creates more room for the larger busted girlies. And I think because of that, I get a little extra room in the neck, which just gives me a little bit less neck strain, which I often get with halters. All right, next brand, we have an OG favorite, Colorfulkoala. Colorfulkoala came out with their Dreamlux no front seam leggings early this year. And now they have a 6-inch Dreamlux no front seam pocket short. My number one request for you guys is an affordable 6-inch pocket short. And honestly, there just aren't really that many. Like, so many affordable brands still have front seams. So I'd been waiting for Colorfulkoala to come out with this, and she delivered. So we have a perfect high rise on these. Hits right at the small of the waist, not too high, not too low. Double thickness waistband, no front seam. Extended gusset that goes all the way down the inseam. 6-inch inseam, and they are thick thigh friendly. There's enough compression that it keeps you held there, but it definitely does not give me any sausage thighs. Then we have nice spacious pockets on either side, which I love. And then in the back, the one thing Colorfulkoala could be doing better is I think the seams can come up a little bit in the back. They kind of remind me of Lululemon Aligns in this way, where the back rise seams just need to be lifted a little bit. So I really hope that they do that. Another thing I loved about these is the Dreamlux no front seam leggings are very low compression, like very naked feel. With the addition of the pockets on these shorts, I feel a little bit more held in, a little bit more of a light medium compression instead of just like a full naked feel. So I do feel a lot more held in these. I have had my Dreamlux pieces for a while. They are slightly brushed, but I know a lot of you guys have tried these as well. So let me know how they're holding up for you guys in terms of material. Are you getting any pilling? Because I could see that being possible with how lightweight this fabric is. So let me know down below. Here's an up close of that Dreamlux fabric. Again, not a new piece, but I wanted to review it because it kind of makes a matching set with the shorts. This is the Dreamlux Strappy Sports Bra. I got a size small, and it's made of that Dreamlux fabric, but it actually has molded cup padding, which is hard to find, but great for my girlies who don't like a removable cup that can kind of crinkle, or you have to take them out with the wash and all of that. Personally, I don't mind a removable cup, but it is nice to have the molded cup padding. Medium to full coverage, light to medium support. We have these elasticated spaghetti straps with a cute little design in the back. I'd say this is mostly large cup size friendly, but because you're kind of dealing with molded cups, I feel like it fits like a C to D cup best. Anything above that, I do spill out of it a little bit. I don't actually spill out of the bra, just a little bit out of the cup space. Doesn't bother me too much, but just letting you know. And then we just have that really nice sweetheart neckline that is super cute and flattering. Then we have the Colorfulkoala Dreamlux skirt. As I was looking at this skirt on Amazon, I saw that they had a butter yellow and I missed it. And of course, it's sold out, which is very similar to the butter yellow Petula skirt that just sold out. So it says that they're restocking it, so fingers crossed. I'll let you guys know. Or if you see it before me, let me know, and then I will let the masses know after I buy one for myself, because you know I have to have a yellow. Anyways, we have that Dreamlux material in skirt form. This isn't my favorite shape of skirt. You guys know I prefer a little bit more flow to my skirts, but this one does have a little bit more volume than just a classic aligned skirt. A classic Lululemon aligned skirt is so thin that it really gets caught over your glutes. You can kind of see the little pleats in the fabric here to show that it does have a little bit more fabric in the skirt. So I did like that. Double thickness legging style waistband. It's about a 14-inch length, so it is a little bit on the short side. The inner shorts unfortunately do have a front seam. It didn't bother me too much, and they're also a 3.5-inch inseam on the inner shorts. We do have pockets on the inner shorts as well, and I got a size small in this one, which is my normal size, but I felt like the waistband was a little bit big. So with the yellow, if it ever comes back in stock, I personally will be sizing down to an extra small. So if you're in between sizes, I feel like all Amazon brands except for like Pavoy run a little bit on the big side, so consider a size down. To go with the skirt, I got the Colorfulkoala Dreamlux crop tank. This one, again, made of the Dreamlux material. It is a cropped length, a good amount above the belly button. We have these thin adjustable spaghetti straps. And the real star of the show for this one is it has this little wrap detail in the back. There is a full shelf liner with removable cut pads. I liked this one, but I feel like the straps are just a little bit flimsy. I would have liked to see an encased elastic strap to provide a little bit more support, because I just wasn't getting a ton of lift out of this one. Because of that, I was just getting kind of a low to medium support, but the coverage is pretty good and it is very, very stretchy and soft. All right, and the last little mini review brand we have is for Aoxjox. I got a couple new pieces and I just need to know if you guys feel the same as me. I'm always like very intrigued by Aoxjox's designs, and there are exceptions to this, like their Geo top, which I love. I'm going to talk about and my favorites at the end, but I just feel like compared to a lot of other affordable brands like Ingia, for example, coming out with like one piece per month and just like doing it really well, I just feel like Aoxjox pumps out a lot of pieces and the fit is just like never quite right. And I always like want to love the pieces, then I literally never wear them to the gym or anything. Like I'm never reaching for them. So let me know what you guys think, because I always think I'm gonna be an Aoxjox girly and then I'm just not. Not to start this off on a bad note, but anyways, we have the Lexi Bra. I got a size small in this one. This one has a very simple shape. Kind of reminds me of the Buff Bunny Girlfriend bra, except this one actually did have pretty good coverage. This one's made of a more lightweight, sleek performance material, so kind of lower compression. Medium coverage, light to medium support. We have this contrast piping detail. Honestly, probably should not have chosen this color because this kind of just looks like my skin tone. So when I wear this, you honestly like barely see the piping detail. Removable cups, spaghetti straps. They are adjustable. They sit out a little bit far, but since they're adjustable, they shouldn't be falling off. And then we have this kind of cage style open back. To go with it, we have some little contrast piping shorts. I actually got an extra small in this one. These are the Lexi shorts. They're a high to ultra high rise with a 6-inch inseam, and they have that contrast piping detail. Even in the back, I wish they did like what Buff Bunny did recently, where they made the back rise seam match the rest of the legging, not contrast, because this can kind of give the whale tail look and it doesn't really bother me, but I know that holds back a lot of people from buying them. So made of that same kind of more lightweight, sleek material that the Lexi Bra is made out of. I don't think you have to size down. I did get the extra small in this one, but I think I would get a lot more sliding down if I had a regular size small in this one because of the fabric. So I didn't really have any problems with this one. I just don't think this is my favorite color scheme, but they do have other color options. No scrunches or anything on this one, no front seam, no camel problems, and about a low to medium compression. Next we have the Aoxjox Roxxy shorts. I'm currently reading Zodiac Academy, and this reminded me of that. If you know, you know. These shorts actually did really intrigue me because they're doing something a little bit different, and that's another thing about Aoxjox, because they're coming out with so many designs. They do have some unique pieces. You see the little cross waist in the front, and you're like, okay, we've seen it, we've done it, and then boom, in the back, also a cross waist. So that's definitely different. The dip back trend is definitely in, the V-back trend is in, so I feel like this is just their way of doing that V-back trend. I don't love the V-back trend, but I did squat test these and everything, and I didn't see my underwear, so these are safe. I do feel like these are a little bit like short glute friendly because they just didn't sit up really high for me in the back. I would have liked a little bit of extra length, but if you are on the more like short to medium glute side, these should work for you. These are about a mid to high rise, no front seam, extended gusset all the way down the inseam with a 6-inch inseam, but these in a size small felt tighter than the last shorts in an extra small, so I definitely feel like there's some sizing discrepancies there. These I would say true to size, but if you're in between, definitely size up because they were pretty compressive, more like a medium compression. This is also the same fabric composition, but a different feel. This is the classic Aoxjox dense brushed material. We have that V waist in the front, but the back does have those kind of classic curved seams. So I thought this was kind of a fun, unique design. It didn't fit me quite right. Again, that's the thing with Aoxjox for me, is like I feel like it should fit a certain way and then it just like doesn't. But I don't think they're bad, and I think they're kind of fun. Then we have the Aoxjox Elanor top. I got a size small. This is a waist length built-in bra top. It does have a full shelf liner with removable cups in there. Made of the same material as the shorts, the 75% nylon, 25% spandex, kind of more dense brushed material. And you have this kind of cross neck twisted design. Great coverage. Full coverage on this one, as well as medium support, so the support was there. I'm okay with the fabric strap if the strap still has the construction to maintain that, and I just feel like these straps just collapsed a little bit too much, and it also got very close to my neck. I could only wear it for the try on, and I could not wait to take it off because it was kind of like choking me, but the bottom of it was a little bit loose, so I couldn't really fix that by sizing up. I love the design and concept. I feel like they really get the designs, but sometimes the execution is just not quite there. Okay, that's it for all my new pieces. Now I'm just going over a couple favorites again for Prime Day, the 8th through 11th. I'm probably gonna post this on the 8th, so should be already live. My #1 favorite high impact sports bra of all time. Yes, even better than the expensive ones. We have the Circon front adjustable bra. This bra is just unmatched. First of all, it doesn't cause me any chafing or any discomfort at all, but it still locks and loads the girls so that there is no movement. The best part about this bra is it's the only bra that I've ever seen like this, where the straps, you can actually tighten them while they're on and just kind of lift. That's not the unique part. It's that it has that Velcro lifting strap feature while still being a Racerback, which usually those are just up and down straps. So I just found that very unique. We have 3-hook closure in the back, and it is molded cup padding, and it comes in banded cup sizes, and it's like $30. I suspect it's gonna be like $26 to $28 for Prime Day. That's like what it usually is on sales. So highly recommend this bra if you are a larger cup size girly and you do any high impact activities. This is the bra. Couple favorites from CRZ, they're dolphin hem running shorts. These are my favorite loose style shorts for running. I haven't really been wearing a lot of loose style shorts for running. I'm kind of in my biker short era, but when I do want a loose short for running, I love this one. It has this soft elastic waistband, very lightweight material, and it's that split hem at the side, so very curvy girl friendly because it just has maximum space for the glutes. And we have that brief liner, which is my preferred liner for running, but it has this fun feature where the stitching goes right against your skin on the brief is the softer part, and they leave the bulky part of the seam on the outside, and a lot of brands don't think to do that little change. They come in a mid-rise and a high-rise. I get the high-rise, and it's like not even that high because my torso is so long, but they do have multiple options. My second CRZ fave, if you guys just watched my active jacket video, if you haven't, go watch it because I put a lot of effort into that video. But the Butterlux slim fitting jacket, I absolutely love this one. I do size down to get a little bit more of a snatching fit. We have that perfect high hip length. Full zip. The zippers are very dainty. I love the zippered pockets. Again, you can't even like see the zipper there, but you have to have zippered pockets on a jacket like this for me. We do have a little mock neck. We have thumb holes and just some sleek seam detailing in the back. This is the Butterlux fabric, so it's pretty lightweight, but because of all the extra layers of the pockets, you do get a little bit more snatching. Some Ingia faves, they came out with these little pleated running shorts, I think 2 months ago. And I wear these multiple days a week on our little evening walks. I love them. They actually have a very similar waistband to those CRZ shorts I just talked about, except I like these for walks because they have the built-in shorts on the inside. For me, for running, I like a brief liner. For walking, I do like the inner short liner, but sometimes the inner shorts are too heavy. These are super lightweight and super stretchy that they don't overheat me when I'm walking and it's 100 degrees out at 8 p.m. No front seam on the inner shorts. We do have side pockets. True to size, nice high rise with that soft waistband. And the little pleats at the side are just so flattering. And I feel like this one is just never giving me diaper butt. It's just super cute and I cannot say no to their milk pink color. It is my favorite. I did want to give a little honorable mention to their 5-inch cloud lift shorts. Very similar to the CRZ yoga ones, except these are a 5-inch inseam. They do have that slightly more compressive cloud lift fabric. They have the scrunch in the back, super flattering on the glutes, just a perfect high rise. Just a very reliable but flattering short. And again, can't say no to the milk pink. Ingia did tell me for their sale, they are ranging from 20 to 30% off. So I feel like that's a little bit higher than I normally see for activewear. Say in general for their bottoms, stick true to size. For the tops, if you like a little bit more compression, size down, but you don't have to size down. You can stick true to size. It's just gonna be a little bit more of a lightweight fit. Another favorite set, I haven't heard much from Pavoy recently, but every time I wear their sets, I just feel like they're so well made. Pavoy is the one brand here today that I would say if you're in between sizes, I would be sizing up instead of down because they do fit a little bit more on the compressive side, but they just have really great basic sports bras that have just a little bit more coverage for the larger cup size girlies. This one's just a very classic scoop neck, straight up and down straps, little scoop back. And I also am just a sucker for a sports bra that looks very seamless from the outside but has that elastic on the inside to keep everything nice and secure. I just never fall out of their bras. This bra and then also their like Y back bra, also really good coverage. And then their leggings and 6-inch shorts, specifically the Flex Flow fabric, I would say is my favorite. Again, they do run a little bit small. I actually like a little bit of compression. So these are like a medium to high compression, but most people I would say prefer a size up. So just keep that in mind. Double thickness waistband with no front seam. These leggings are kind of like if the Camo Fitness Serenity leggings and Featherlight Enhanced leggings had a baby, because the material is more like the Serenity leggings. It still has good stretch to it and is a little bit brushed, but it just has more hold. But these have the elastic up the back rise like the Camo Featherlight Enhanced. They're very flattering on the glutes. They are more of a mid-weight, so I'm not really wearing their leggings much in the summer, but I still wear their shorts and they have those 6-inch inseam shorts that I love. I actually just wore them to the gym this morning, so that's why I don't have them to show you guys right now. Then while I didn't love the Aoxjox pieces today that were new pieces, their Geo baby tee is so good. What's so special about this one? First of all, I love the shape of it. It's a little bit more of a structured fabric than a lot of brands' baby tees, like compared to like the Honor Active, the Buff Bunny Halo, which is very thin and sheer. This has a little bit more structure and it's very opaque. What's great about this one is there's two versions. It has a version, which is this one with no shelf lining, but it also has a version with just half of a shelf just in the front, so you don't have to wear a bra with it. It has that elastic, it has the cut pads, but it's completely seamless in the back. So their Geo tees are really good. Their Geo jacket is really good as well. That is it for all of the favorites. I just wanted to throw in a quick honorable mention. I talk about this a lot on my Instagram. I'm actually trying to do a new best underwear for leggings video because my old one is quite old and doesn't include these. And these have been my ride or die underwear. I wear them in every single video. So whenever you guys ask me what underwear I'm wearing under my leggings, 99% of the time it's these. I always buy them when they're on sale because you can get 5 pairs for like $11, which is an amazing deal. First of all, true to size, I wear a size small. I love that they're made of this like ventilated mesh, so they're super lightweight. They also have bonded edges, which prevents them from rolling. Sometimes those laser cut thongs, they seem like a good idea, but then they just roll. These don't roll. They also have a little cotton gusset that is completely sewn down. I used to wear the Target Auden thongs and the gusset wasn't completely sewed down, so sometimes it would kind of roll and then you could see it if you were wearing kind of like a thin legging. So if you haven't tried these yet, they're like the Von Skny something on Amazon. I'll have them linked. They're actually linked in all of my videos in my FAQ section. So highly recommend picking up a set of these. They come in a 5-pack and I have like 20. All right, you guys, that is everything. I can't believe I made it through this video. Honestly, not in the best headspace right now. Anyways, let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.